Welcome back, everyone. I'm Julian. You know me, the host. Nolo's still not here, but here is a good friend of mine, long-time college friend, the drawer himself, Mr. Keshawn. Come on, Keshawn, tell me.
What it do? What it do? I'm glad to be here. First off, shout out to my brother Julian. Always, again, I keep saying this: good in health, good in mental. We are here. This is my brother from college, even to now. I got your back. If someone's missing, don't worry about it. We will fill the spot. There's always a shot. There's always a great team out there, and
Yeah,
we got your back. Um, Let me see.
yeah.
It was nice to meet all y'all. Uh,
Appreciate it.
just call
You,
me Key the Stampede because I'm
Key,
so.
Key. I'm not even gonna lie. I saw your name. And I'm like, do you watch One Piece? Because this is Stampede is just kind of what comes to my mind.
So One Piece is one thing, but it's actually from Trigun because remember
Ah,
they call them Vasher Stampede now, and I have not watched. I only watched a little bit of the newer rebooted Trigun, which is supposed to be close to the anime excuse me, not anime, manga adaptation, which I need to watch that. But I've watched the original like '90s Trigun, which I really fell in love with,
got
and I
you.
just been going with Key to Stampede because I don't know, it's just been a running thing for me right now this season of my life, so that's what I'm rocking with.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I was actually told to watch Trigon at some point in time. It at some point I will get to it.
You
But
get to it, bro. It's no fun.
at some point. Look, I'm already watching One Piece, so I clearly have
Listen,
time.
dude, I'm trying to catch up to One Piece. I'm not even gonna tell you where I am because CJ keeps making fun of me about it.
Hey, you can tell me. He doesn't have to hear this. He can tell me because I've fully caught up to it. If you ever want someone to talk about One Piece with, I'm your guy because
But if you can feel the information from me, that's something we're definitely
yeah,
gonna talk about.
yeah. I got you. I got you. But as how was I'm gonna let you start. How was your week? How was your week going?
Man, phenomenal. I got to go to Indiana, experience life there for a little bit, see some family, see my brother. As you already know, our brother Troy.
Mm.
Great time, great food. There's a place called Hot Boys there, and if anyone is like us, born in the '90s or like going into the 2000s, hearing Hot Boys or anything close to that sounds like the era of like the jerking era. I have to put it more perspective. The dance
Mm.
the jerk era, New Boys, stuff like that. That's all that reminds me of. But Hot Boys is like a fried chicken place or chicken sandwich place. Fire. And
All
no
right.
pun intended, it is absolutely delicious. It's probably the best fried chicken I've had in a grip. Every time the North never lets me down with like fried chicken spots or stuff like that. Because in New York, there's a place called Sweet Chicks, which is hilarious. Just the names are just kind of wild. And they do chickens and waffles, and it's just fire. And I'm just never disappointed every time I
You
go up
can't
there.
go wrong with chicken and waffles. You
Bro,
really
you
can't.
you really can't if you don't know how to make chicken and waffles, which me personally, I don't know how to make, and I'm learning. So,
Look,
and it's great.
putting it together, like I can understand, you can mess up the waffle. Get the chicken right. Get
I,
the chicken
I
right. Mess up the waffle.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like you're allowed to mess up the waffle, but if you mess up the chicken, that's just not good.
Yeah, nah. Get the and
But
you need the right sauce with it too. You need the
yep.
right sauce.
But every single time, they have definitely not let me down, which I thoroughly enjoy.
All right.
Had a good time. Actually went to a music festival that Troy actually threw or kind of like organized and
I
met
have
a
to go.
bunch.
I have to go see Troy at some point.
Dude, go
I have
go
to.
see
I
him.
have to find Troy.
Cause it is a great time and there's always a great energy. It was a great time meeting plenty of people, wild stuff. Even I might share a little story. I met a girl there, but
Mm,
that's a funny story. We'll see how that
that,
goes and pans out.
oh, okay.
It's a work in progress, people.
Oh, okay.
So
That's. I'm gonna have to keep my tabs on you just to make sure to see how that is.
yeah. But other than that, week's been good. Um, Other than that, I've definitely hit my point, and this is related to the shorty story, of like being on dating apps. So just sharing, being vulnerable. With me working remote, I don't, and especially the job I do work, I'm usually working very late hours in the evenings, including weekends. So meeting women is very like for me, unless I'm out shopping, doing what I need to do, running my errands, which is no problem. Everybody knows I'm a very sociable person, but I just be myself now at this point in my life. It's just really work and figuring out my work and life balance. So everyone uses dating apps. If not, it's always a try out. And I will say there are some success stories and there are some bad ones. Real stuff,
No,
real
you
stuff.
good.
That's real talk. My last actual relationship was from Hinge, which is really cool. and me and her are still cool. We just went our separate ways, and we're still cool.
Mm.
That's enough for sharing my personal business out here.
I got you. I
But
got you. I got
but
you.
I've just grown tired of that, and I'm sure everyone gets tired of like
At
being
some
on
point.
dating apps, like or being on any app really. So that's another thing with me this week. But other than that, that's all I can share on personal business because
All right. Yeah.
but I'll tell you more off
Y-
scenes,
yeah. No, I got you. I got you.
So
And then for me, my
yeah, like
week.
how have you been, bro? Let me
Yeah.
ask you properly. How have you been?
Wow. It's been a doozy for me. I just had my dentist appointment earlier today. I was
Oh
supposed to
man.
I was supposed to go last week,
Mm.
but I dropped the ball on that one. I didn't give them my records. I just kind of walked in and was like, "Hey, I'm here. Can I get my teeth
Dude,
cleaned?"
I
Eh,
literally missed my dentist appointment this past Monday. I was trying to tell them
yes.
to change it. They're like, "This call is on the day." I'm like, "Why can't I just call? You're calling me now. Why can't we do this now?"
Yeah, nah. I just came back from my dentist appointment. They only took X-rays,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, all right, you have to come back. I'm like, okay. So
Okay.
coming back for your cleaning in October, and then I have 3 cavities, so now I have to go back to do that.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I have two. So I don't think I told you this. I have 2 jobs, right?
Yeah.
The job that my main job with
Mm-hmm.
Snooky and everything, and then I work at this place called Spirit for just so I don't get in trouble if anything. I'm calling it Spirit 3,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, weekends are usually fine. Talk to people. No, Saturdays are usually busy, but it's whatever, right? There's a couple of us, but it's usually all good.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend though, there was 2 of us, me and one other person, right? But it was like a real smooth day. It was
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. We Nothing was busy. Everyone left. Tell me why. In the last 10 minutes,
Somebody came in.
no, not one, not two, not 10, 30 people.
Ah.
One giant group came in, right? Mind you, half the stuff is already put away. We only have so many food. And since they're all together, it's like, hey, I want a sushi. I want a sushi. Give me I want the sushi. Hey, where's my money at? It's like, hey, give me one person's like, hey, I want 4 sushi. Actually make it, hey, add me on to it. Make it 5. I'm like, so what do you want to do? So hectic in the last 10 minutes
I'm
of this
sorry you had
job.
it. I'm sorry you had to experience that, bro. I know what that's like working
Yeah,
in
and the
retail and
thing,
shit.
oh yeah, and the thing is, right? Usually there's a kiosk and everything, right? So I don't even have to deal with the people anymore. Like it's like
Mm-hmm.
if you want to order anything, you have to order from the kiosk. We turned off the kiosk because like we're 10 minutes from closing. No one's
Mm.
around. So I'm like, well, because the kiosk is now I have to deal with them face to face. I'm like, I don't want it. And ironically, I'm like, oh nope, it's now 12 o'clock. We're closed. Like I told the last person, like I'm taking you. You are the last person. I don't care about anyone else. I
Yeah.
turned around a few people, and then my supervisor came in and was like, "Nah, still serving them." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I did what I had to do. I'm like, because they were starting, like, I brought around the slushies, and it's like, "Oh, give me one, give me one." I put them on the back. I'm like, "Hey, I don't have to serve you. Calm down. Like, I'm trying to figure this out." And then they ended up, serve out the food and everything, talking to people like, hey, before you order, let me make sure you still have food. Because if you pay for something and we don't have it, that's on you.
Nah,
But
for real though.
I'm like, hey, let me check before, because like we only had tenders and fries. And it's like, yeah, no, those are the last tenders. We have no more food. We're closed. Goodbye,
Mm-hmm.
leave. But that was this Saturday. Anything else happened since? Oh, you weren't here for this, but just for the general honors for whoever hears this, right? I left off saying something about how I was talking to someone at this job, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that did not go well.
Damn, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
dog. For
no,
real.
no, it's all good. It's not like it didn't go well. It's like it's more so I just found out more information. Like, yeah, no, I can't do this off my moral
Uh,
code. Off my moral code, I can't do this. So I'm just like, we're still cool, we're still friends, whatever. But I'm not gonna pursue this any further.
I feel that. I feel that. Respect to you, brother. A lot of these niggas out here don't got moral codes, and that's what's wrong. And I
Yeah.
use niggas in both forms of women and men, and they and them, and those indifferent. It doesn't matter.
Everybody.
Some of y'all niggas got problems.
Everybody.
Everyone got them.
But I know you came in with a question today.
So the question I had, or the question I picked, was what would I do if I became the opposite sex? Like, and I'll put it in the scenario of what would I do if I was opposite sex tomorrow. Now, first thing I want to say, I already know I'm gonna be a bad nigga. But the first thing I'm doing is, because I got this question from you, and then I'm thinking of the scenario of this situation happened the next day. I'm like, hey, yo, Julian, I just became a woman, so technically, that's a question in itself. Technically, would I be trans? But I think that wouldn't really. That might be.
I'll put like in the moral chance, like you, like magically became.
Yeah. So I think technically, I would be a woman at that point. But like, that's a whole other conversation. Yeah. But I would say the first thing I'm doing is I got to make sure I'm not on my cycle, because I don't want to experience none of that pain. Hey, listen, listen. The first thing out, I gotta make sure we good out here, bro. I just can't. Most dudes would be like, I'm gonna go look at my boobs in the mirror. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, no. The first thing I'm doing is making sure I'm good. Don't got to as many as.
That's smart, but listen, that's hilarious.
Dude, as much as we have women friends, the much as we know, like, somehow we've always run into the situation of them sharing that with us. And it's a normal thing. It's not like something crazy. Honestly, it should be the first thing I should worry about, because I'm like, I don't want to experience that. And I don't know how I'm supposed to do these things. So
you're absolutely right. That is hilarious. Wow, I actually would not have thought about that whatsoever, because no. I'm definitely the type of person like, all right, what am I doing? I'm doing what I see all my other friends do. Granted, I say this with a hint of salt. Like, I know what they go through. I know the like all the everything, but I'm like, I'm walking around.
Yeah,
I'm walking around and I'm gaining free things.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely. I'm definitely tricking niggas, but I'm definitely, depending on how long. So let's go with the scenario. I'm gonna be a woman for a month, because I kind of want my stuff.
I'm gonna give you 2 months. You now the opposite.
Dang.
Yeah, now you can't.
Bro, I can't lose my dingleberries that long. Well, dingleberries is a wild thing to say, but in itself. But all right, a woman for 2 months, dude. First off, I gotta let you know, and then let our group of friends know what's going on, because then, let's be real, we're not gonna make this too political, but Black women are the most probably screwed over people on this planet, honestly. And so, me becoming one, and just being also a Black man, knowing that struggle as well, I'm already like, hey, listen, if they didn't want to take me out before, they're definitely gonna take me out now. And that's as political as I'm gonna get for that. After that, after I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, you already know you're gonna have those weird dudes be like, hey, can I smash? I don't put it past any of my homies at this point to be like, and that's kind of messed up. And Julian, you're outside this circle, bro. But I'm just saying, I just feel like someone's gonna hit me up and be like, so I know you're a girl, but you try to let niggas know. And I'm like, no, I'm on my whole stud muffin time, bro. I'm going crazy. But I'm also like, the first thing I'm gonna do is find a group of girls, because in this scenario, I'm gonna be a bad woman. Like, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about the rest of these niggas out here. I know I'm gonna be a bad one. I know I'm looking 90s fine, okay? Jeez. So first thing I'm doing is, I ain't gonna be too in over my head, because I've always been a very humble person. Find a group of women with common sense, or maybe not common sense, because we're gonna get into this. And I'm gonna figure out all their bad decisions and lack of accountability, and I'm gonna be that one friend fixing everything. Not everything, but I'm just gonna be that one person holding them accountable. Like, hey, you did something really stupid. Maybe you should stop doing that.
I'm letting you know, P, right now, that is a hard role to play.
Listen, dude. But remember, that's in the mind of men. I'm not one of them. In this scenario, we're one of them. So for 2 months, so I have to learn their code. I'm learning their code even before. Heck, Hell, we'll even go with the scenario that I'm just as emotional, if not. That's already in itself kind of crazy.
Mm.
But as emotional as women are more emotionally adept as women, which is kind of false because men and women have different emotional adeptness range. But we're just going off with silliness here. We're not going to go too political. Um, and I'm definitely just gonna be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't talk to him. Maybe you shouldn't chase these games. I'm just gonna give out every hack and I'm passing it to my friends. And when I mean this, I'm being fed for real. So y'all got a homegirl you like, a girl you like out there. I'm like, hey, you cool? You know, we pretty. Let's go get a photo shoot. We'll do whatever girls do. I don't know, but, you know, brunch. You know, let's go to brunch. You know, and they be asking me, yo, you be. They be like, where yo? They could probably be asking, yo, because I don't know what my. Okay, so that also comes up. I got to make a fake name for myself. Will I still be called Keshawn, or will I still need to like change my name? I definitely won't let my parents know. I'm sorry. I don't need my parents looking at me weird after that, and I definitely don't need my mom knowing.
Well, I'm chalking this up to magic. It's like, hey, I ran into a magical being. They changed me. This is my punishment for doing whatever I did. I don't know what lesson I'm supposed to learn here, but I'm here like this for 2 months. That's the conditions I'm in with.
Yeah.
So
I'll probably tell my parents. I'll probably tell my dad, honestly. But like, hey, this I'm probably not. Maybe not tell them. I'll probably tell my sisters though. My sisters will definitely give me the 401 on what I need to do.
I'm telling all my friends. Well, yeah, I'm telling all my friends like, hey, this is what's up right now. I'm a woman.
Dude, I'll have to let y'all know this because the thing is, if I'm becoming a woman at this point, or turn into one, like, dude, I'm a thick woman out here. I don't be bad out here. I'm already a handsome young man out here. This is just a dangerous game. So I already know. I'm becoming fed from my homies. I'm like, y'all got a girl
I just
like.
know if I become a woman, I'm changing my head immediately. No,
dude,
I'm gonna be the person from oh crap, what's the person in Black Panther?
Okoye.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the best Okoye ever. No, my bad. Second best Okoye ever because there's already the first.
Definitely letting my sister's finger cold my hair and going out short hair baddie. It's just not gonna happen, dude. And I'm gonna be a fed. And then, you know, I'm also probably gonna be a vigilante because I want to find out where these creepy niggas are. And I'm just gonna be like, I was a man. Just to see what happens. Just to see what happens. And I know, and I say this in a most not in like a way of like trying to shun anybody, but I just know that from experience from my friends have told me and my sisters, there are some dirty men out there, man. There's creepy people in general. And so you gotta put them on blast. I'm putting out the creepy blast on men and women because there's some creepy women out there too who be plotting on dudes. That's a conversation we can get into as well. But that's the whole point of me saying that if I became a woman or turned into a woman through magic, I'm becoming a fed. Then I can help my male friends and women friends. I'm just gonna big time fed. What else would I do? I would have to explain a story to my job, obviously, and just be like, I went missing for 2 months. You know, of course, money. That means low key, money stops going. Like money is gone. But if we're thinking in a very nice world of like going crazy, I'll just be like, hey, I'll take the job, but I can't work these days. And of course, whatever. But if I'm being real, I would not do that. I'll just be like, hey, he went missing for 2 months. We're looking for him, family. That's all that's gonna happen. I know it's very. That's all you can do at the time.
True. See, in my mind, I'm like, hey, I'm still me. Here's like, you can take my print. It still says I'm me. Let me into my job, whatever. Like I said, it's gonna be over in 2 months. But that's just me. That's me. You know, I have a very optimistical, like, yeah, I think it's just gonna work out as is, and I can just keep living my life. Keep living my life the way I want to live it. It's just
I just feel like
a different experience of a woman now.
Yeah, I think there's definitely gonna be some things I'm sure that open my eyes about being a woman, like different struggles as well, that I think sometimes I'm maybe not as privy to. But as both of us know, we're pretty empathetic, man, and we out here could always do better. And the world needs more of those. So if y'all have it, this is a random plug, and I don't mind you. I hope you don't mind me plugging this real quick.
Go right ahead. See what you gotta say.
And definitely watch them as well. Waving the Red Flag and FD Signifier and Little Bill and Khadijah and Tia Noir are some of the best discussion topic YouTubers or podcasters out there because they actually are people who are like us. So, and including Julian and even Short Track Select, but Short Track Select talks about music, but within that, there's always more conversation.
Oh yeah.
So please do whatever you do, watch those people and keep supporting my boy Julian. But I just wanted to say that because Listen, man, there's some experiences that sometimes I wasn't privy to, and I'm like, wow, okay.
And you actually, I wanted to, since you brought it up on like all the creeps and everything out there, they're ruining the game for everyone.
Nah, for real though, like,
Everyone.
dude, like I look back, some of the things like real talk, if this is like free game. If you ever want to know if you were a creep back in your past or you were doing something creepy to a girl, look back in your Snapchat, old text, or whatever approaches you had. And I look back on some of mine, I had some wild ass comments. I could say this could be borderline creepy, but because I knew these women, luckily that wasn't the case. And that's the difference. There's a difference between approaching a woman you don't know with something wild and a woman you do know and have a rapport with. You know, it could be a difference, but it's just like whatever, you know, a person and how they handle stuff.
Yeah.
And even then, it could still be creepy if not. But luckily, your boy got lucky. I just said some wild stuff back in the day. And luckily, we got the laughs.
Well, unfortunately for me, I know I have a story. I have a story to tell about this one. This happened a couple months, maybe a year ago, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm talking to someone. Mind you, let me throw this under the assumption. This is a new person, and I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. I know the stigma of like, oh, you're a random guy, I don't know how you react and everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to keep my distance, trying to, be cool, trying to get to know the person at least, because I don't have Hinge, I don't have Tinder, I don't have any dating app whatsoever. So I'm like, the only way I'm really meeting someone is in person.
In person, yeah.
Yeah, so here I am. I'm like, oh, cool. And so it was a couple months ago, and I'm gonna call this person Miss Lisa, right?
Okay, Miss Lisa.
Miss Lisa, and she works in my building, right? Mm-hmm. Like she works for the building
right,
where I live in, right?
Local.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I know you work here. I know this is your place of work, but this is the only way I'm going to see you. So I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get to know you. I mean, granted, at first I didn't even notice her looks or anything. She was very attractive, but the first thing I didn't even notice was how intelligent she was. Like she actually challenged me. It's like, oh, I have to think with you. Not saying this in a bad way, but it's like, oh, you said something. I just agreed to it. And like, wait,
she was intriguing. There's some people who you have conversations with. You're like, oh yeah, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I noticed her mind before I noticed anything else, right? So I'm like, oh, cool. Let me try to get to know you and everything. And I'm like, hey, and this spans like a month-long process. But what it was like, hey, I'm trying to get to know you. Can I have your number? She tells me no. I'm like, all right, cool. Walk away.
No.
No. She says, she doesn't say no. She says, let me get to know you first.
Oh, okay, that's better. All right.
I'm like,
but even right, cool. no, still a fair answer out there for everybody. That's still fine.
If no was, I'm like, all right, cool, done.
Listen, man. No is okay. No is okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, she was like, let me get to know you first, but I also have the information. Like, she's trying to go into a different work somewhere else in like a couple months. So I'm like, challenge accepted. I'm going to see if I can get your number before you move on to whatever you have to do, right?
I bet. That's actually pretty healthy.
I'm like, cool. I'm going to try to get to know you before. I'm like, again, so.
Now, where does it getting creepy come in?
I'm going to. All right, so get her number and everything. Went to get some coffee one time. Having a good time just talking about and whatnot, right? She texts me back at every maybe 2 messages, right? I'm like, cool. The new year, right? Mind you, I'm having conversation with her in person, right? Because I'm like, hey, I'm not trying to, talk to you with your boss right here when you're doing your job.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I know you are available to talk on Saturday, right? And we would talk for hours, for 2 hours straight. While so I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Having a good time. Well, the creepy part comes in is because I would actually text her, but she wouldn't reply, right? But I wanted in my mind, I'm thinking like, all right, cool. There's really nothing to say here. Like, I didn't give you anything to respond to. Uh,
Mm.
so it's like one message, two message, three, four, five, 12, like maybe like 12 messages, like throughout maybe 3 months of me just trying to engage a conversation.
But
And
is that? But like, I don't think that's creepy. I think this is like reading the situation wrong, or does
exactly.
uh, or does it become creepy from her perspective?
Again, I'm not sure because I even asked her to her face, like, "Hey, am I creepy? Because if I am, I will disappear completely."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I off of the information that I was provided, I didn't see myself as creepy,
Right.
but I don't know if it was seen the other way
I
around
get you.
because again, I know the situation of I don't know you. You can react in any way, shape, or form. Like,
Mm.
so I'm like, I can easily see both sides of the situation.
Yeah, I think the wildest. Okay, so I think I do have one creepy kind of wild story. So I would like to say this now. I'm a changed man, and definitely in college. Julian knows me as
Mm.
again. And I'll say this: both of us are social butterflies in our own right. If y'all don't know, this man Julian is a Danny Phantom esque nigga. I can't. He's going and he's going at the next time, but he's there.
Look,
For
I'm
the
there when you
people,
need me. I'm there
yeah,
when you
that
need me.
there you go. Call him, beef him. You know where to reach him. Danny Phantom. Um, and so one of the things I did there was this woman. We're gonna call her code name Nia Long because that's who she reminds me. She was '90s
Mm,
fine, right? Dark
okay.
skin, beautiful. Funny enough, she turned out to be a twin. But I might be giving up too much information, but the people who know, they know. And so,
And that's all that needs to know.
and listen, one of our friends, yeah, I'm putting it out there, low key cop blocked me. Low key messed up my shine, but it's all right. It's all right. He apologized for
Mm,
it.
mm.
And
Is this the same friend? Is this the same friend that we were talking about, or is this a different one?
yeah, it's the one we were just talking about
Okay,
behind the
okay,
scenes.
okay,
He
okay.
didn't know he did it, but he did. So
Got
I'm
you.
just,
Okay, okay.
but it is what it is at this point. But she was fine, and I was like, I want to talk to her. I do. I genuinely like. Thing about me is I'm genuinely interested in a woman. I will at that time, even now, I am a one person kind of one dolo type dude anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I could date around real talk, but I'm also like, that's if I'm not doing anything to be really, really
Like,
real. If I'm bored, like not even bored, if there's no interest from any of these women and it's mutual, like there's like this is just us kicking it or
you
whatever.
just hear?
That's just what that is. But if I am serious, and that can be with any of those women or whatever the time is, I
Mm.
will dedicate that time and pursue because that's just the way I was taught. Like
Oh
if you
yeah, no,
like this
that's
girl,
same.
if you like this woman, go after her. It doesn't matter if like the looks, this and this. You might have those insecurities, but regardless, you won't know until you try, right? So I I was doing fine as far as I know, and then the certain friend said something to her in the lines of better watch out for Keshawn,
Ooh.
right? And
Mm.
so
Mm.
now in that way they were joking. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just,
yeah, yeah. Of
like,
course.
they're just like, hey, listen, he got a thing for you. He's kind of smitten on you, so you better watch out, you know.
Mm.
But in the
But
context of a woman,
but
but in the context of a woman, you're like, what you
what?
mean?
Watch
And
out.
so after that, there was kind of like no convo really. And
Mm.
so there was one time she had posted herself, and I gotta say it like this, she was just in a bikini, I think, or something like that. And I was like, and now I do think this is wild and creepy to say. As I look back on it, I think this is more wild. But remember, guys, I had somewhat of a rapport with this woman, not as close like that, but I was pursuing her. Hopefully she knew that, or maybe she had an idea that I was. But if not, it is what it is. Um, and this is what I said. Instead, with her in a bikini and everything, looking fine as she was, I said, and this is on Snapchat. This is Snapchat when it's prime, and I was like, "You,
Ooh, snap! That's dangerous.
I,
That's a dangerous
I
place.
kid you not, bro." On her story, I said, "I, you know how you can reply to people's stories? It's like,
Mm.
yeah, you got niggas replaying this Snap story over and over again." That's all I said.
Mm.
That's a pretty wild statement to make. And there was no reply to it. I can't remember. I might even check on my Snap. Actually, I need to. Let me see if it's even still
All
there.
right, all right. Let's see.
But
Let's see.
I kid you not. That I was like, in my head, I was thinking that's the smoothest line ever. Like that's some gangster shit. That's it. I said this is top tier game. And then I realized like later I got older, I said that's some wild. That's really wild to say to a woman on a snap. I was like, not my best moment. Not my best moment. Listen, guys, we learn and we grow. I'm not, but
very true.
I've gotten definitely better at internet rapport and DMing women, to be real. But I don't really DM women like that anyway. But because secret game, they definitely do talk about it in people in their group chat. Don't ever let it get it full. Don't ever think that you're not in the group chat. You're
oh yeah, no, hands down. I know I've been talking about it. I know it, and I'm actually I wouldn't regret it though, because it's for me it's a learning experience. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah. So I don't have it anymore, but whatever it is, what it is. But that was the one moment. But I think kind of getting back to like being a woman in that space, becoming one. I think if we're going, all right. So in my logic, I'm thinking, in my scenario, I'm thinking like, okay, 2 months, everything changed because now I'm a woman. So my job is to know I'm here. Technically, I still could do my job. I could just be like, hey, I'm sick, or like this is like this. But I'm pretty sure like no. What else? In my scenario, I could still possibly do everything. We'll go with the happy scenario. I can still pay my rent, all that.
Yeah.
They just can't see me. They don't go with me.
Yeah, because I'm like, that would be life changing for anyone. Like, oh yeah, you can't work anything. No, I still want you to have an income and everything.
But only my small group of friends, like you and everyone else, knows. My family, no, I can't. Only two of my siblings will know about this situation. Two of my older sisters. That is it. I can't let nobody else know because they got to tell me other things. Like I already half the game I know now, and it's not even games, just honesty. I know because of my sisters. Shout out to them because and my homegirls. It is what it is. But I definitely know now, like, I know for a fact, no matter what, women will manipulate a situation sometimes. This is not me putting that relation out there. This is just what my sister told me. And I've seen it happen. And I'm like, we're going to break the barrier. We're breaking the patriarchy, people. I'm going in. I'm going crazy. That's why I'm just going to be a fed for life.
Yeah, no, I'll be dangerous. I'll be dangerous as a woman. I just thought about that because I like to play mind games anyway. And I do play mind games in like playing basketball, like doing physical things. Now you have getting the ability to actually just play mind games. Just because.
Gaslighting?
I'm sorry.
Dude, I will say, like, I'm literally just going to be myself as is, but I already know, like, real talk. If I ever met, like, the equivalent of me in a woman form and I got to marry her, that's a very dangerous thing because there's only room for one Keshawn. And but one of the beautiful things about my name is technically I could just keep my name the way it is. So as much of it sounds like a male name, it can be used as a woman name because I met Keshawnas, like Keys, Kesha's, or Keisha's, depending on how we want to go. But I think
you can just use your abbreviation Key.
Yeah, like it is what it is.
Look, I just have to drop off the end, Juliana.
Bro, we out here, and I definitely know the first thing I would do probably is. Well, I gotta tell the homies, like everybody gotta know. I think that's just mandatory, but technically it's the second thing I do, other than the first thing I said earlier. After that, I'm like, well, real talk is the dangerous question is: are you letting any dude smash, or are you letting any women smash? Honestly, no. I don't need to feel that. I will say,
dude, no. Women. I feel like that's a very interesting experience. That I would part of me try at least once.
Yeah, I think with a woman, I'm like, I was like, am I? Part of me is like, we can get as wild as we want here, but part of me is like, am I letting one of these women use a strap? I don't know, man. I can't be out here getting blasted from behind. I don't know if I'm about that, but. I think the dude in me is still gonna want to be.
Mind you, I'm just saying your physical appearance changed. You still got the mental mind.
I'm just saying at that point though, what like you're like, well, I got these like Ain't much really. Well,
Like you
pretty
get
much
the
everything
same
changed.
experience and everything. You just magically
So,
turn.
oh, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're still
No.
rocking. We still, we're still
Yeah.
doing the thing with
No.
the women. Shout out to the dudes though. I'll put
Yeah.
y'all on game though. I'll be the best wing girl like at the time I can be for 2 months. Yeah.
Women make the very best wingmen.
They do.
Wing person. Wing person.
I missed obvious signs that like my women friends have told me. I went to my women friends because like they've been I can put too much from my business out there, feds. There's been situations where I've missed signs and my sisters are like, Keshawn, this person likes you, and I'm like, nah, because not trying to toot my own horn or anything here, but even with you, Julian, you know this as well, and all of us do this. Some decent men are decent people, know beautiful people. It's just the thing. It's just what it is. And I don't mean like decent in looks. I mean like just as decent people in general.
Just
Like
decent
we're
people.
just decent human beings.
Yeah, no,
If you're
I try to surround myself with decent
yeah,
people.
like,
That's
bro,
it.
you attract like great people around you if you're just a decent human being out there. Fair game. That's just what it is. And so knowing, like, as we know beautiful women, and sometimes people are like, how do you know this person? Like, how do you know? It's like, these people are dorks like me. Like, they're literally dorks.
I would be existing. Like there's I just be doing.
I'd be on my own playing field, man. I just be existing. I'd be up there, So I just think at that point, I think I'd just be good at that anyway, just being a wing woman. Because it's a fun time. I definitely think all of, because we have basically the same friend groups. I definitely think all of our homegirls will try to get us to go like shopping or doing something.
I would like to do that though, just to actually have like go out to the club with them and like just do their thing. Like, oh, cool, I can actually be a part of this and experience it in this form with you.
First thing I'm gonna do is definitely take a picture of it. I'd probably save the fit pics. Honestly, like the fits, like I will put on, like, because I still have my clothes, and I'm not gonna lie, women who can do both dress androgynous and in like in the masculine and the feminine, I think that's beautiful. I always been attracted to Tom girls. I always been attracted to that stuff. So, I was been attracted to women who can dress. I personally think I can dress, but I just have to put more effort into that in my proportions. Proportions are real. But I definitely think I'd be like, oh, how does this look on me? How does this oversized tee look on me? Like, oh, am I rocking this fit today? And honestly, sometimes like one of the things I'm probably going to say, like, is this is not really messed up. There are women designers out there who hate women because the one thing I always hear women talk about are any like women presenting person or whatever, like whoever you want to put it respectfully. They always say they have no pockets. And I'm telling you, that is true. I don't know why, but I'm like, how are you going to become a designer in this space and know the number one problem plaguing women and still not do it? I just think that's bad all around. Just like with me, I hate like there's men designers out there who still don't realize there are men with thick thighs and they're like some pants that just don't work, bro. Some just don't work. I genuinely believe I would never put on a pair of skinny jeans. Fitted pants, maybe. Skinny jeans, never again.
I'm too skinny. Anything can, even with the belt, pants just fall off of me. Like,
dude, you can rock anything then. All right, question. So, let's say we are turning to opposite sex at the same. So we're doing it at the same time. Like this happens to both of us at the same time. So we both know this. All right. For first thing is, you got to come back to North Carolina, right? Because I can't be enduring this by myself for 2 months. Like someone else has to feel my pain. Because like I have my brother, like me and my bro stay together, right? I can't have this man like walking around with me around because I can't do the same things anymore. You
right. You are.
I can't walk shirtless in my own house now.
So you might just have to come down with me.
Yeah,
come visit me in Atlanta.
That's true. That's true, bro. Like, oh my god, if that happened, I don't think any of our women friends will let it down though. I think they generally make fun of us for the rest of our lives. I think they'll generally be excited, like, oh, you're women now. Like I think, but the problem is like we're still us mentally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it'd be like,
that would be weird. I feel like it would be weird for the first 2 weeks. And then after that,
I'll give it the first 3 weeks, honestly, because people gotta remember, like they're gonna be like, "Who's this woman in my place? Yeah, it's me. Oh, So can you imagine for the first 2 months? Like that's why I think 2 months might be too short, bro. Because these people have to adjust to being around you.
Look, it's just an experiment of
Man,
just like
okay.
just experiment. I
I'm gonna
definitely
give
think.
it 3. I'm gonna give it 3 months because the first month is
Oh,
people getting
jeez.
used to it. Second month you're dealing with it, and third month is coming to an end.
Ooh, you right. See, there's another question at the end of this. What if you get pregnant and or get someone else pregnant? I, I'm gonna leave it off like that, right? I'm just gonna leave it off like that. That's for the audience to get. Key, what you gotta say? What's your last words? Say, shout out
Um.
Instagram, anything you want.
Well, Instagram or anything. If you guys want to see any of the artwork I do, Keshawnable Art. That is literally just my name, KESHAWN. The word able and art. Keshawnable Art. That is all. Other than that, I'm honored to be here. Honored to serve as a co-host. Just someone just doing this, and honestly, glad I got to talk about this because this is a wild thing to talk about. So it was fun talking about it.
Yeah, no.
If there are any disrespectful moments or any times like that, anyone feels disrespected, I genuinely do apologize. But I feel like we just had a carefree, fun time, and that's all this is about. It's just fun.
Yeah,
And I got,
that's what it's all
I,
about.
dude, like, I will say, I hope you like. I felt like I might have been talking over you, so, but I do
No, no,
apologize.
no, no, no. This is the first time. This is
Yeah,
like I said, we can get better because you're gonna return. That's
that's
that's I'm
that's a
gonna say
fact.
you're gonna
This ain't the last
return.
time. So,
You're gonna
but
return.
other
But
than that,
thanks,
that's it, really.
Key. Look, and then I'm gonna leave off with the outro that it's ask yourself, ask others, keep asking questions. See you.
Peace.